Hello everyone, and welcome. It's been a while since I last uploaded, and now I'm back with a new project. Today I'm dedicating this video to one of my favorite cryptids, and perhaps one of the most terrifying ones, the nut deer. An urban legend originating from America, specifically Appalachia. The main characteristic and concept of the nut deer is its resemblance to an actual deer, which, upon closer inspection, will reveal itself to be something different. What exactly is unspecified, but definitely not a deer, hence the name. The differences might be subtle at first, becoming apparent only upon careful observation. These traits might include front-facing eyes, sharp carnivore-like teeth, extra joints in the limbs, or extra limbs altogether. The nut deer's behavior is described as an erratic and sometimes aggressive and predatory, as their resemblance to a deer might be their method to surprise or lure unsuspecting victims. This cryptid has received a surge in popularity the past years, and while not nearly as popular in order to compete with the skinwalker or the wendigo, it still managed to create its own little fan base on various TikTok accounts and even its own dedicated subreddit. The concept of the nut deer has also been explored in different types of media, whether written, drawn, animated, or even appearing in video games. The nut deer is by now a widespread concept. One example of such media portraying it is Adventure Time, more specifically the episode No One Can Hear You. This disturbing episode focuses around an incapacitated Finn investigating the eerie disappearance of the Candy Kingdom inhabitants after waking up in a hospital from a coma induced by head trauma while fighting a deer or a stag in the beginning. During the episode, along with the inhabitants' disappearance, we can also notice Jake's odd and borderline insane behavior, which renders him a prime suspect for everyone's disappearance. Through the episode, the deer we see at the start becomes a common theme, showing here and there just out of Finn range, only to quickly run away soon afterwards. Towards the end of the episode, Finn investigates the sewers and finds the Candy Kingdom inhabitants. Initially believing Jake to be the culprit, as we were led to think through the episode, we are served this disturbing twist.
You did not do this, Jake.
What? Then who did?
It was him.
Free deer!
In all honesty, this episode from Adventure Time deserves its own video, and I will definitely praise it as one of my favorites. But I'm pretty sure it's been already overanalyzed many times before me. But hey, probably someone talked about the nut deer before me as well, and yet here I am making a video about it, so who knows? Maybe. Anyway, another example of the nut deer being portrayed in popular media is in the video game Faith, where at the end of chapter 1 we are given a single-use gun and a different ending depending on what we shoot with it. For whatever reason, we can decide to shoot a solitary deer in the woods, which up until this point of the game has done nothing but occasionally show up around the map, only to run away when we approached it. Once that's done and we return to our car, we'll achieve the following ending.
I will say of the Lord, he is my refuge and my fortress. My God, in him I will trust. I shall not be afraid of the terror.
Despite this being possibly a joke ending, as it does not relate with the main story of the game in any way, as far as I know, seeing the deer suddenly walk on two legs and rapidly approaching us was definitely an unexpected and terrifying moment. Not only that, but we are also rewarded with the following newspaper snippet describing our grim fate. Anyway, by getting back on track, we are nearing this video's conclusion, which is going to address the question, why is the nut deer so disturbing as a concept? I think it's the area of mystery that surrounds it. The fact that the deer, an animal we mostly regard as shy, elusive, and harmless, sufficing on a diet of roots and grass, is now put under a much different light. If we notice sharp carnivore teeth in a deer's mouth, then we will instantly acknowledge that it's not a deer. But if it's not a deer, then what is it? I think the unknown is the terrifying part. Whether the not deer truly exists or not can be argued. Some seem to believe in the existence of the not deer, which makes them actively avoid isolated areas in the wood. Which, if you ask me, should be avoided anyway, deer or not deer. While the more skeptic ones simply refuse to even consider its existence. An argument that is often used to disprove the existence of the not deer is the chronic wasting disease, or the zombie deer disease. It's a type of disease that usually occurs within adult deers due to its onset of 1 to 2 years to begin after the initial infection. This disease in particular affects the nervous system, causing the deer to act erratically and degrade both mentally and physically over time, in some cases even causing the deer to lose instincts of self-preservation and thus rendering it unable or incapable to fear other animals or humans, causing it to approach people without issue, a behavior uncommon even amongst the friendliest or bravest deers. Whether you want to attribute the not deer spottings to the chronic wasting disease, to people's overactive imagination, a mix of both, or to the existence of a predator that actually disguises itself as a deer to lure unsuspecting victims, is your own choice, and I encourage you to draw your own conclusions. Personally, I think I will be avoiding walking around the woods alone at night or approaching any deer that seems to behave or look weird. Now, I'm curious to hear your opinion on this subject, so leave a comment and tell me what you think about this. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.